Hi, I'm Kathleen Carlson. Today I'd like to talk about an experience I had a few years ago when I was playing a sacred music event. And the next day after the event, the woman that had hosted it called me up and said that there was someone who had come in towards the end and was just there for a short while and then had left. And she wanted to talk to me about one of the Buddhist mantras that I had done at the event. I went to lunch with this woman, and she told me that I should not be doing any Buddhist chants unless I had been initiated by a monk. And in addition, I should not be doing anything that was from any culture that I'm not part of. I couldn't do anything that was Native American, which I didn't. The only things that I feel familiar enough with to do are Christian, Hindu, and Buddhist. So those are the three that we had done. And she wanted to know, did I have a guru so that I could do, the Hindu, the chants from Hinduism? I was absolutely crushed. I was starting to, really stretch out and try different things. So I had gone to a running clinic, and this does pertain. It sounds like it's really off, but it does pertain. So I'd gone to a running clinic, and not only did I find out at the running clinic that I didn't know how to run properly, I was basically told I didn't know how to walk properly either. Then I went to yoga class and discovered that I didn't know how to breathe properly. And now here's somebody telling me that I'm not qualified to chant. I went home and I went out for a walk, and I was just sobbing. And I really thought about it. I know she was sincere. I understand where she's coming from. I, didn't want to be guilty of cultural appropriation. To me, cultural appropriation is taking something disrespectfully. It's taking something without giving credit to the people who created that culture. And I didn't feel like that is what I was doing. As I thought about it, I really felt like the soul and the spirit is universal. And the soul has the right to spiritual practice. I understand that there's deeper and deeper levels which may only be available if you are deeply embedded in a particular practice. I don't think that means that you don't have the right to gain whatever benefit you can from the practice. No one has to be initiated or be part of a particular organization in order to do yoga. It's mainstream. And I think, the right to express yourself through music and sing is also everyone's right. I did think very much about what she said, and my heritage is Irish, so Celtic. My name is Kathleen. My sister's name is Maureen. My other sister's name is Colleen. I mean, we're, Daniel, Michael, Patrick. We're very Irish. And I thought, I need to learn something about my own spiritual heritage. And I started studying the poetry of St. Patrick, started studying not just, modern Irish Catholicism, which is what I was raised in, but also some of the deeper roots and how St. Patrick took the original practices of the people in Ireland and he merged them with Christianity. So Christ as the Son of God had a double meaning. He was the Son in the sense of, Father and Son, but he was also the Son in the sense of that which brings illumination. And he merged it with ancient practices of sun worship. The images of Jesus that you see with basically a Celtic cross behind his head, not just a round halo. Those are some of the things that St. Patrick did. And he wrote beautiful poetry about God and nature. Then I wrote some songs that were really focusing on that idea. Basically, I felt like I was being told that you have to ask someone permission to sing in a spiritual tradition. Then I thought, well, why don't I just ask God directly for permission? And the song that I wrote at that time, I called May I Sing of Thee, asking God, is it okay? Am I qualified to sing to you? And I didn't do that song in a public setting for quite a long time after I actually wrote the song, because it was such a deep plea and such a deep question that was so personal for me. That I thought I would cry if I sang it in public, because I was crying when I sang it at home, just sitting in my basement, all by myself singing it. That's my response to the idea that singing in another tradition is cultural appropriation.